didn't go to college, and I'm wealthy in the most important.
Yeah, he's wealthy.
Welcome to this wealth building video, where I'll be sharing with you the 8 key principles by Douglas Kruger that can help you achieve financial abundance and freedom. Whether you're just starting out on your journey to building wealth or you're looking to take your finances to the next level, these principles will provide you with a solid foundation and roadmap to success. So, if you're ready to take control of your financial future and build the life of your dreams, then buckle up and let's get started. Principle number 1: Don't resent the wealthy. Resenting the wealthy is a common attitude that many people have, but it says more about us than it does about the wealthy. Wealthy individuals are often viewed as evil and corrupt, but this is not necessarily the case. Forbes magazine has found that wealthy people give more per capita than anyone else, even though they have more money. This means that the idea that wealthy people are stingy and evil is not supported by statistics. While there are some wealthy individuals who may be unpleasant, this is not the norm. Principle number 2: The 3 things that money is not. There are 3 things that money is not. First, money is not the root of all evil, despite what some people may believe. The Bible actually says that the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. This belief can be damaging, particularly to people of faith, as it can make them feel that there is something wrong with them if they pursue wealth. However, it is possible to be wealthy and still be a good person. Second, money is not embarrassing. People should not be ashamed of their wealth or feel like they have to hide it. Instead, they should be proud of what they have achieved and share their success with others. Finally, money is not finite. There is always more money to be made, and creating wealth does not take away from anyone else. Instead, it adds to the total amount of money available in the world. It is important to talk about money, particularly as a family. Wealthy families talk about money and teach their children how to earn it and manage it wisely. This is something that middle-class families often do not do. They may talk about how hard they are working, but they do not discuss how to earn or lose money. Talking about money can help people become more comfortable with it and less ashamed of their wealth. People should not be afraid to pursue wealth or start their own businesses. Jobs are not the only way to make money, and they often do not lead to wealth. Instead, people should focus on creating value and solving problems for others. This is what entrepreneurs do, and it is how they create wealth for themselves and others. One way to create wealth is to bring skills and talents to a country. This can help grow the economy and create more opportunities for everyone. In Korea, for example, the government decided to focus on economic upliftment for the majority of their people by taking on the car and IT industries. This has led to the growth of companies like Samsung and Hyundai, which are now conquering the world. Other countries, like South Africa, often focus on taking from others rather than growing the entire pool. This is not a sustainable approach to wealth creation. Principle number 3. In his book, Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell discusses the difference between people who succeed and those who fail in life. He argues that wealthy families teach their children something very different from what is taught in middle-class and poorer families, particularly when it comes to how to interact with authority figures. In middle-class and poorer families, children are taught to fear authority and to view their superiors as figures of ultimate power who should not be questioned. However, in wealthy families, children are taught to see authority figures as resources to be utilized and leveraged to their advantage. Gladwell provides a practical example to illustrate this point. He explains that when a middle-class family takes their child to the dentist, they teach the child to view the dentist as God, someone who has studied for 8 years and knows everything there is to know about dentistry. The child is told to sit down, be quiet, and do whatever the dentist says, even if it hurts. In contrast, a wealthy family would teach their child to view the dentist as a friend and a resource. They would tell the child that the dentist has studied for 8 years to serve them properly, and that they can ask the dentist anything they want to know about their mouth or teeth. Gladwell argues that this difference in mindset can have a profound impact on a person's success in life. Children who are taught to fear authority and keep quiet are more likely to become cogs in a system and to accept their lot in life. They are less likely to challenge authority, take risks, or think creatively. On the other hand, children who are taught to view authority figures as resources are more likely to be confident, assertive, and proactive. They are more likely to take advantage of opportunities and to succeed in life. Gladwell argues that we need to teach our children to represent themselves and to challenge authority when necessary. He believes that the Industrial Revolution mindset that says authorities are always right and that you should just do what you're told is outdated and harmful. Instead, we need to encourage our children to be independent thinkers who are not afraid to question authority and to use resources to their advantage. In conclusion, Outliers, by Malcolm Gladwell is a book that everyone should read. It highlights the importance of mindset in determining success in life, particularly when it comes to how we view authority figures. By teaching our children to represent themselves and to view authority as a resource, we can help them to succeed and thrive in a rapidly changing world. Principle number 4: The ideas. In this part of the video, we will discuss the idea of building your career and income through a combination of consistent daily actions and inspired ideas. We can achieve greater productivity and income by doing small things consistently over time. You can slowly improve your situation and move up the ladder towards greater wealth. However, it also emphasizes the importance of taking advantage of those rare moments of inspiration when you come up with a truly innovative and game-changing idea that can add an extra zero to your income in one fell swoop. To illustrate this point, we will share a story of a speaker's personal life example of using outside-of-the-box thinking to generate more. He talks about how in 2006, he had a book published on public speaking through a traditional publisher in Cape Town. While the book was a modest success and brought in some money, a fellow professional speaker advised him to publish his next book himself in order to make more profit. But the speaker took this advice one step further and came up with an inspired idea. He approached one of his biggest clients and asked if they would be willing to pay for 1,000 copies of 2 separate books, rather than paying for the printing and publishing costs himself. To his surprise, the client said yes, and the speaker was able to sell those books at a complete profit, generating hundreds of thousands in sales over the years. The point of this story is to show how thinking differently and creatively can lead to different levels of income. Rather than settling for a salary at the end of the month, you can take a chance on yourself and generate your own income with inspired ideas. Of course, this requires taking risks and putting yourself out there, but the potential payoff can be enormous. Ultimately, in order to build your career and income, you need to combine the steady, consistent actions that move you forward with those occasional moments of inspiration that can propel you to the next level. By doing so, you can build a life that is fulfilling, rewarding, and financially stable. Principle 5: Leaving the poverty mindset. The idea of leaving poverty and the factors that contribute to being able to do so. Sometimes when we drive by a poor area they were driving past, and the sadness felt at seeing the harsh conditions that people are still living in despite the many advancements and achievements of human civilization. This led us to ponder whether, if we stripped the wealthy out of their material possessions, could they still survive and eventually get back to their comfortable life? If this idea is true, if the wealthy could get back on their feet and living a thriving life after being stripped out of their material, then this suggests that the gap between the poor and the wealthy is bridgeable through having a better mindset in finance and business. However, leaving poverty might mean leaving the poor, because the mindset and thinking patterns that arise from generations of poverty can be difficult to overcome. Success and wealth are often determined by the people we associate with and the ecosystem of thinking that we inhabit. They assert that we are likely to be as wealthy and successful as the 5 people closest to us, as we all affect each other's level of aspiration and thinking about work and wealth. Therefore, in order to improve our own chances of leaving poverty, we must associate with highly successful individuals and expose ourselves to their way of thinking. Success can be achieved through mentorship and seeking out successful individuals who are willing to share their ideas and knowledge. Some government policies in place that actually promote poverty, citing social grants as an example. While social grants may seem like a good idea on the surface, some argues that they may actually encourage young women to become mothers in order to receive the benefits, which does not help them to become self-sufficient or break the cycle of poverty. Leaving poverty is not an easy task, but it is possible with the right mindset and approach, as well as exposure to successful individuals and ideas. Principle number 6: Your positioning in the market. Your positioning determines your pay, the importance of personality and income. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to earn more than others, even if they are not necessarily the best at what they do? The answer lies in their positioning. It's not the quality of their work that determines their income, but rather their status in their industry. In other words, if you want to earn more, you need to be the celebrity, the expert, the big name in your field. Take Nigella Lawson, for example. Do you think she's one of the top chefs in the world? Probably not. Yet, she out-earns many chefs who are better than her simply because she's Nigella Lawson. The same goes for Richard Branson. If an unknown speaker and Richard Branson were to speak for the same amount of time, Branson would earn much more simply because he's Richard Branson. It's not because he's worked harder or is a better speaker, it's because of his positioning in his industry. However, it's not just about being a technical expert. Personality plays a significant role in income as well. Nigella Lawson's success is not just because she can cook well, but also because she brings personality to her work. She's able to speak well in front of a camera, she's pretty, and she's seductive. These are all things that cannot be done by a computer or systematized. It's the human touch that sets her apart from others in her field. The problem is that society often teaches us that being a cog in a system, not making waves, and functioning perfectly are what's important. However, in today's world, that's a low-income future. Anything that can be systematized, computerized, or commoditized is unvalued. We're still teaching our kids to study IT, but that's not where the future of the economy lies. The economy of tomorrow will be ruled by people who bring their personality, creativity, and humanity to their work. According to a TED Talk by a thought leader, the economy of tomorrow will not be ruled by people with doctorates or technical degrees, but by people who have BA degrees and know how to think creatively. The computer can't do that. It's the people who bring their personality and humanity that will earn more. So, how do you become an icon in your industry? First, you need to have technical knowledge and expertise in your field. However, you also need to bring personality to your work. This can mean being confident, having a sense of humor, being relatable, or being unique in some way. You need to be the person that people want to see in the media, magazines, and hear on the radio. One common misconception is that being an icon means you have to be extroverted or outgoing. This is not necessarily true. Introverts can also be icons in their industries. The key is to find what sets you apart from others and highlight that. It's also important to note that being an icon is not something that happens overnight. It takes time, effort, and consistency to build your brand and reputation. You need to be intentional about your positioning and how you present yourself to the world. In conclusion, your positioning determines your pay scale. It's not just about being the best technically at what you do, it's about being the icon in your industry that brings personality, creativity, and humanity to your work. If you want to earn more, you need to be intentional about your positioning and how you present yourself to the world. It's not easy, but with time and effort, you can become the celebrity, the expert, and the big name in your field that earn. Principle number 7. Instead of using our energy towards saving but make it 80% of our goal is to generate incomes. In today's world, most companies tend to focus on saving what they have rather than generating more income. While saving is important, it is not the most crucial aspect of financial success. To understand this concept, let's travel back in time to a clan of people thousands of years ago facing winter. Their economy was based on buffalo, which they hunted for food and clothing. When the hunters returned with 3 buffalo, the clan had to decide whether to conserve them or use one for strength to hunt for more. The bean counter in the cave suggested saving the buffalo to make them last, while the hunters wanted to use one to hunt for more. This split between saving and generating income can also be seen in today's organizations, and it can lead to their downfall. While saving is important, it is not enough if there are not enough resources to sustain the company's growth. Therefore, it is essential to allocate more energy towards generating income and only 20% towards saving. Middle-class thinking often promotes the idea that saving is the most important thing to do. However, if you are not going to live for 150 years, then the focus should be on generating more income. As individuals, we can apply this concept to our personal finances. Instead of only focusing on cutting expenses, we should also focus on increasing our income through investments, side hustles, or career advancements. In conclusion, the key to financial success is not just saving but generating more income. As individuals, we need to reverse our focus from saving to earning more. By doing so, we can create a sustainable and thriving financial future. Principle number 8. Risky is the new safe and embrace failures. In his book, Risky is the New Safe, Randy Gage challenges the traditional idea that playing it safe is the best way to succeed in life. He argues that taking risks and embracing uncertainty is the new path to success, and that relying on a job or one source of income is the most dangerous thing a person can do. While it may have been possible in the past to work for one company for 40 or 50 years and retire safely, that is no longer the reality in today's economy. With most companies only offering 31 days of safety, it's important to diversify income streams and try multiple big, crazy, inspired ideas. Being an entrepreneur and being your own boss is not risky, but rather the only way to achieve true wealth. By trying 10 big ideas, even if 8 fail, you will have 2 successful ventures to build on. With each subsequent attempt, you can add more income streams and become more financially secure. The fear of failure is what often holds people back from taking risks, but Gage argues that giving oneself permission to fail is essential to achieving success. He suggests that people should embrace failure as part of the process and learn valuable lessons from their mistakes. Rather than being ashamed of failure, people should give themselves permission to try and fail, and even give others permission to mock them for trying. Finally, to achieving our goals is not just a matter of time, but also a matter of action. Success is not separated from us by a number of years, but rather a number of actions. It's up to individuals to take control of their lives and make the necessary changes to achieve their goals. Overall, the message is clear. Taking risks and embracing uncertainty is the new path to success, and playing it safe is the most dangerous thing a person can do. By diversifying income streams, giving oneself permission to fail, and taking action towards achieving goals, individuals can take control of their lives and achieve true wealth. And, we hope this video can help you with your wealth building. We also wish you all the best, ladies and gentlemen. In conclusion, people should not resent the wealthy or be afraid of pursuing wealth themselves. Money is not evil, embarrassing, or finite. Instead, it is a tool that can be used to create value and solve problems for others. By talking about money and teaching children about it, families can become more comfortable with wealth and more successful in creating it. Bringing skills and talents to a country can also help grow the economy and create more opportunities for everyone. Rather than focusing on taking from others, people should focus on creating value and contributing to the total amount of money available in the world.
Thank you so much for your interest, and thank you so much for making it this far. Please subscribe to our channel and like the video if it brings any value to you. Thank you.